Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I'm happy to have all you Leo people here with me for your August Zodiac reading, in which we're going to talk about some karma that's going on in your life right now. We're going to tap into the Akashic records and a past life, and then we're going to get some guidance from someone on your spiritual team, whether it's an angel, another being, or an ancestor. So, Leo, I'm ascending Leo, by the way. My sun sign is Cancer, but I am ascending Leo. So, you guys are like my first cousins. So, before we get started, just some quick housekeeping, and I'm not going to go into specials or anything like that because this reading is good for 4 months. I will not be doing this reading again until December. All right. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please consider doing so, because that YouTube algorithm, it is real. And it is based off of a couple things. The main algorithm is based off of watch time and subscribers. And subscribers is very, very difficult to get. So if you subscribe, turn off the notifications to my channel. I understand that will not offend me. And when you turn off the notifications, that just means your phone won't be blowing up every time I release a video or something. And I get that because I do the same thing with the people I subscribe to. Additionally, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up, positive comments, that all helps my videos to be when you first log into YouTube and there's suggested videos for you, that allows my videos to move up, to be suggested, to grow the audience. And as I always say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, and this is for any YouTuber, don't thumbs down, don't leave a nasty comment, don't be negative, just, click out of the video and don't come back, because the thing is, not everybody's your cup of tea, and you might not like somebody, but other people might like them. So don't mess up their algorithm. It is so difficult here to get your channel going for a small YouTuber. So on behalf of all the small YouTubers out there, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so first of all, I want to talk about the candle a little bit. I like doing the candle with the special readings, only because the last couple times I've used it, we've had some interesting readings. If you know anything about candle magic, you can read the flame, you can interpret the size, the width, its movement. And what was really happening, see, like it's dancing, that's lots of good energy going on here, was it kept sparking, or it sparked on 2 different videos. And if there's a spark, that means a message is trying to be, they're getting your attention to say, hey, there's a message. So if that happens, we'll stop with what we're talking about and really reflect on that. All right. So for the reading today, I'm using 3 decks. And the first deck I will pull 2 cards from. And this will talk about the karma that's going on currently that you're having to deal with in your life. This is the Light Seers Tarot deck. It is like traditional tarot, except just the artwork is different. It's more modern. It's very vivid. It's a beautiful deck. Then I will tap into the Akashic records. I will draw 1 card. This is called the Akashic Tarot deck, and I will read that card for you. And that'll be in relation to the karma. And then finally, we'll get a message from someone on your spiritual team, whether it's an ancestor or an angel or something to that effect. And, that'll relate to what's going on here. All right. So for those who've watched the channel, 2 things. You guys know that I always am, as you can tell, I'm a huge crystal fanatic. I do sell crystals as well as all my Reiki services and my tarot service and my astrology services. And I usually pull a crystal for my weekly readings and the monthly readings, all depending on what I'm drawn to. So before a reading, I cleanse myself, I channel the Leo energy. And all the cards have also been cleaned. They've been charged with Reiki. But I want to do something a little special today for the fact that we are tapping into the Akashic records. And we're going to use 2 crystals. The first, and I use these with my Reiki treatments, even my distance Reiki treatments. So the first one is black kyanite. Black kyanite is great for dispelling negative energies as well as negative entities. I love this crystal. And like I said, I do use this at the beginning of my Reiki sessions to remove anything that somebody's energetic field may have picked up. So we're going to go ahead and, sorry if I hit the camera here, there's a stick thing on my camera and you can't take it off, or otherwise the camera drops down like that. So when I move forward, I always knock it. So I apologize. Now, the reason the candle's moving like that is my air conditioning did just kick on. Next, I'm going to use the selenite wand, and these wands are actually 4 inches. They are for sale in the Natural Healer store. I also have black kyanite, but they're small pieces. You don't necessarily need a big black kyanite wand like I have here. But I do sell these. They are great for, I keep them near my door. So this way, when I come in, I just kind of do a quick sweep of my body and it removes any negative energy that may have come into my auric field. So I love these. Okay. So anyway, we're going to go ahead. It is the stone of white light, pure white light. So we'll give the cards a tap with that. All right. So I'm going to start shuffling this deck. It's very stiff. I don't use these cards quite as much as like my Rider-Waite cards. But I have a feeling after doing 12 readings with these are going to definitely loosen up a bit. And for those of you who are new, I am a horrible card shuffler. I just never have been a good card shuffler. And then I do have issues with my hands due to my cervical spine. So I'm just, I've got a little bit of feeling loss in my fingers. So sometimes I don't feel things as quickly as I should. So from this, as I said, we're going to pull 2 cards. And one thing really quickly, Leo, is that please remember this is a general reading. So it may not resonate with you. So if it doesn't resonate, I don't want you going, oh my God, this is fake news, Tammy's, woo-woo and all that. As I said, this is going to cover the next 4 months. So it might not pertain to you now, but it might pertain to you in November. So you can come back to the reading at any time. Additionally, remember that I am reading for everybody in Leo. So I cannot connect to every Leo's individual energy. If you would like a personal reading, you can go to yournaturalhealer.com, go to services. My rates are really fair. They're very inexpensive, and the readings for like a 1-hour reading, it's 45 to 60 minutes. You'll get a video of your reading. But there's a lot that goes into it because I have to clean everything beforehand. Then I have to ground myself, and I have to take some protective measures. Then I have to channel your energy. Then I do the reading. Then I have to disconnect from your energy. I've got to reground myself. I've got to cleanse myself, cleanse my tools, then get your video together. So there's a lot of work into it. So my rates are really, really reasonable. A 45-minute reading is probably close to 2 hours worth of work. All right. So, but I have 30-minute readings. I have readings with Reiki. Go check it out if you're interested. And if there's something specific you want, like if you wanted your own karmic reading, you can go ahead and say, hey, Tammy, can you do a reading for me? And, I will tell you yes. And how much that will cost, you'll pay for it. And then, we'll go from there. Now, as I said real quickly, I am terrible at shuffling. And if I go this way, cards are going to go flying. When I did, I think it was Cancer's reading, I was shuffling. I think it was that deck. Cards flew everywhere. I had to pause the video for a second. So because I have the live flame there, I don't want to start a fire. So really quickly, if you see the camera moving around, it's because I'm hitting that stupid arm thing as I shuffle. Okay. So anyway, if the reading does resonate with you, Leo, take your right hand, take a deep breath in, place your right hand on your heart, And then as you exhale, I want you to say, yes, I claim this for myself. And again, please make sure you like the video. If you want to share that it resonated, leave a comment. My channel, I would really appreciate all the support in any way that you can give me. Because as I said, that stupid algorithm is real, and it really, really does help. Okay? All right. So we're going to draw 2 cards, and then I'm going to set these this way to kind of get them out of the way so we can see here. All right, Leo, the first card that I'm going to draw, or the first card I'm going to read, is going to talk about karma that's going on currently in your life, or is about to be in your recent space. As I said, this could be about to happen right now, or it could be next month or the following month. You got a good 4 months, as I said, for this to happen and for you to address the karma. All right. So for the karma that's happening in all you Leo's lives right now, you got 6 of Wands. Oh, this is a spectacular card. Oh, I hate, especially with these karmic readings, when it's something not good. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands deals with our heart chakra. It also deals with the element of fire, which Leo is a fire sign. It's associated with the planet of Jupiter. Jupiter has to do with good luck and good fortune. Sometimes it can deal with your career. And it's also associated with the zodiac sign of Leo. So how perfect is it that you guys got this card? This card is all about success, achievement. Really the hard work is paid off, and people are starting to notice. People are, like I said, really starting to notice. So I think that this is something, and you're like, okay, well, how is that karma? Well, remember, what we put out, we get back. So when we put out good things in our lives, it comes back to us good, but times 3. And the same with negativity. And you have put out a lot of good things. I don't necessarily think that this karma, because sometimes we can have karmic events happen in our life that follows us from a past life, from previous lessons that we didn't learn, but that's not what I'm getting here. This is all this current lifetime that you've been putting out not only good vibes and good thoughts and good deeds, but you've been doing the work that you need to do to manifest the things that you want. And with manifestation, that's kind of the thing, is a lot of people think, oh, I manifest this and I'm done. And then they wonder, well, why didn't anything happen? You have to be proactive, because manifestation, it's like a math problem. X plus Y equals Z, Z being whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Your X, the universe is Y. So if you don't do your part, the universe is not going to do its part. Okay? It doesn't work that way. You have to do your part. Universe has to do their part, and then you win, so to speak. But you're really coming into a space where karma is paying you back beautifully. Like I said, and again, I can't divulge exactly what this is because it is a general reading. It could be just life in general. It could be about a career. It could be about starting a new business. Maybe it's about a hobby, relationships, money, health, whatever it is that you've been putting out the good vibes about. It's really coming back to you, and all that hard work is paying off. People are looking at you, people are noticing that, hey, you're really successful. And that's where I said victory. And you look, she's like, yay. And this is a wreath of laurel, which is also bay leaves. And bay leaves were used by both the Romans and the Greeks in making wreaths. So when they had the Pythian, I think it is, games, the winner the main prize was a wreath made of bay leaves, because it was so revered as a symbol of victory and praise and success and heroism, that they gave that to leaders as well, as what were they called? Emperors. Now, real quickly, a side note on this: in modern day Italy, graduates receive a crown that's made of bay leaves that they wear on their head. And that comes from that ancient times of where the bay leaf and the symbol of victory and heroism and success. So we have that here. She's doing like the yay, I won, victory kind of stance. The spotlight's on her. And that is what is happening, or what is about to happen for your karma, Leo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. That's all I can say. You've done it. You've done your work. You've worked hard. You've been honest about whatever you've been doing. You've put out good vibes, and it is all coming back to you threefold. And that is beautiful. There's really nothing more I can say about that. Just absolutely wonderful. Now, the next card is going to talk a little bit about a challenge that is affecting your karma, okay? So while you're about to move into this beautiful, beautiful space, there may be something that is going to try to trip you up a little bit, all right? And let's see what that is, so that way you can deal with it and be aware, so that way you can move into this beautiful space with just open arms, all right? And for that, my Leo friends, you got the Page of Pentacles. All right. The Page of Pentacles card usually deals with our root chakra, the element of Earth, as well as the planet Earth. And then it deals with 3 zodiac signs, actually. And that's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo energy. And this is a great card to play with this, because the Page of Pentacles is all about making goals for yourself, planning things, lots of ambition. It's that, like, when you first have an idea about something, it's that idea stage where the next card would be the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the hardest working card in the deck. And that would be when you're actually out doing what you need to do. So this is the planning stages. Now, how is that a challenge? Because I think that you need to really pay attention that you're not getting too focused on the ambition side, or the goal side. And what I kind of mean by that, like, let's say if your goal is to graduate, I don't know, you're going back to school and you want to graduate from community college. And now it's to the point you're like, well, you know what? I want a 4.0 average, which is a great ambition. But to be honest, a 4.0 GPA and $1.50 will get you a Coke out of a Coke machine. It really doesn't mean a whole lot unless it's personal achievement, which is a great achievement. Trust me, I've been there. I did that. But I did it at the expense of, I had to have a 4.0. So, I skipped out on a lot of things, and because I was just focused about the 4.0, which really didn't matter. Okay. Now, if I was going to try to go be the CEO of Microsoft, yeah, that would probably matter. But I didn't graduate from Harvard, so, they're not going to hire someone who, I did my undergraduate work at the University of Maine. They're not going to be probably looking at somebody that attended a state school. These big CEOs are looking for the big boys. But anyway, my point being is, don't over analyze your goal. Don't make your goal more than it needs to be. And I think that that's where you could get yourself in a little bit of trouble, because, again, as I said, this card deals with the root chakra. So if you start getting yourself into the nitty gritty details, you're going to let some things slide in your life, your relationships, your job, your responsibilities, and that's all going to affect your root chakra. So, with both these cards, I would continue meditating, working on your chakras. I think everything is nice and balanced. I don't think there's anything crazy going on with those, but I always have to tell everybody to meditate because I am big on meditation. Make sure you continue doing what it is you're doing, but I would take a deep breath and really analyze and sit down and look at your goals, look at your plans, and see if you're being a little over ambitious, because I think over ambition is going to get you in a little bit of trouble. And I think that's where some karma from maybe a past life is coming in. Okay. And we'll look at that when we pull the next card. But just beware that overachiever kind of attitude, if you know what I mean. All right, so I'm going to move those off to the side, and we're going to dive into the Akashic records now, Leo, and see what we get. I can't even pick up these cards. See what we get in terms of what we got going on for this karma, that's beautiful karma that's unfolding for you. Beautiful Leo karma. God, this is such a great reading. I love to give good readings. I did a reading last month, and it was, I don't remember which Zodiac sign it was, but it was not a good reading. The cards drawn were just absolutely horrible, and I call it like it is. I'm not here to lie or BS anybody, and my channel is authentic. I'm not pulling cards ahead of time and putting cards together and go, okay, well, what looks pretty for Leo to give you a bunch of fluff? Why waste your time and my time? So I had somebody send me a really long email that I need to choose my words wisely. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm not going to lie. And it obviously struck a nerve, and it obviously resonated with the person, and they had a lot of shadow work they obviously needed to do. But anyway, I'm always going to be up with you. I'm not going to pull cards and go, okay, well, I'm going to start this reading over. No, it is what it is. All right. So I know not everybody believes in past lives, so you can take this for, whatever you value it at. But tapping into the Leo energy for the Akashic records, we got, I'm going to read it upright first, the 8 of Keys, Master Artisan. Okay. But you did get this in reverse. Okay. So I think that in a past life, as far as artisans come in many forms. Any job can be an artisan. For example, I'm an accountant. I can really massage some numbers and make numbers look really good if I need to. Excuse me. So that can be a bit of artistry. You have your normal artists, your painters, your sculptors, writers. So I think there was some type of artistry in a past life. And I think that I do really think it was more in terms of the actual, when you think arts, writing, painting, sculpting, could have been performing as well. And I think that you gave a lot. Okay. And that you gave and you gave. And that's actually tying into this right here, because I think that you gave so much that you missed a lot of opportunities in life. You missed out on a lot of relationships, maybe a lot of fun, because you were very, 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 very focused. You were very, very ambitious. Okay. And I think that is the lesson that's playing out here in this lifetime, is that you need to learn that balance. And that, yes, you gave and gave and gave, but now it's your turn to receive. And that while, yes, you need to to give, it's a balance. You give, receive, give, receive. And so I think that the lesson that from a past life that you're learning, like I said, is really tied into this challenge that you can be a bit over ambitious, okay? That you can be a bit maybe of a perfectionist, maybe a bit of an overachiever, and you don't need to do all that. And you didn't learn that in the last lifetime, so you didn't have that balance, and it's followed you over into this lifetime. But like I said, you're moving into a space where that, it's beautiful achievement. You're finally being recognized. I don't think here, I think, yes, you were a master artisan of some sort, and I don't think that you were necessarily recognized like you wanted to be recognized. And that's why you dove deeper and deeper and deeper into your work. And like I said, this in this current life isn't necessarily about being an artist or anything, but it's something in this lifetime that you need to take a step back and realize, okay, what am I truly going to be satisfied with? What is for my highest good? And is all this overachieving for my highest good? Because as I said, in this lifetime, you missed out on a lot. And even though you put in all this extra work and extra detail and extra concern, and nothing was ever good enough to you, you never got the recognition that you deserved and the recognition you were really seeking. First of all, you needed to get the recognition from yourself that you were good enough. And then secondly, with art, to become this famous artist person and have people really recognize your work, you got to put it out there. But I think that while you did a little bit, it wasn't like you really put it out there because you were so overachieving and it wasn't to you good enough. So again, how this is tying into the current situation is with the challenge of, it's great to have goals, it's great to plan things out, but watch that over ambition, okay? And I think if you do that, Leo, this is going to be a really beautiful space to really enjoy the fruits of your labor. And everybody, good job, way to go, okay? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull one card to see what somebody on your spiritual team says. So this can be anybody from an angel to an ancestor, to an extraterrestrial light being, to a galaxy guide, an elemental spirit animal, anything, an ascended master, an archangel. Actually, I don't know if this card I don't think this card has archangel. This deck has archangels in it. Not that I remember anyway, but, oops, I almost dropped the cards. Okay, so we're going to take this card there. I'm going to set the deck there. All right, Leo, let's see what we're going to get here. And you got Sage. It says, be devoted and committed. Okay, so see, there's a difference here, and that's really cool. There's a difference between devotion and commitment and ambition. Okay, and I think what this particular member of your team is really trying to tell you is that in this lifetime, you really need to realize that you are more than just a human body. You got to remember, we are at our core, we're souls. We're souls having a human experience, okay? And I think in this lifetime, you kind of forgot that because you got so tied up into your work that was the only thing that mattered to you. And Sage is really saying that you need to be devoted and committed, but you also need to have that balance, and to have that wisdom. And I think that you're going to see some experiences as well as some teachers really making themselves known to you. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, whatever it is that you're working on in your life, that you're going to have people that are there to help mentor you. They're going to help make you better. You don't need to do it all by yourself. And the experience of learning when enough is enough, is going to come as you move through your life, because life is about growth. And I said, the biggest message I'm hearing in my head, I keep hearing that we are souls in a human body, is that while, yes, being in the present moment in this lifetime is wonderful, your life has to have a balance, mind, body, and soul. Okay. And, your work or whatever this is, if it's whatever it is, it could be spiritually related. It could be maybe you're just focusing too much on your spiritual stuff. I don't know. This is a general reading, but Sage is just wanting you to know it's okay to be devoted. It's fantastic, again, to be committed. But it's this again, and this, the ambition. So I'm going to pull this up because this is the beautiful space that you are going to move into. It is the ambition, all right? And as long as you have your ambition in check, because remember, ambition, what I'm getting now is heart chakra. Ambition, there's nothing wrong with ambition, but it can come to a point where it's not being done for your highest good, that it's being done more for a place of ego. And that's where you need to come and check. And, this here being celebrated and wonderful, it's nice to be acknowledged, but are you being acknowledged, and are you liking it because, you realize you've done the work and it feels good to be noted? Or are you enjoying are you becoming egotistical out of it? Is it coming from a place of ego? So Sage is really wanting you to make sure that everything that you do, make sure you're doing it from your heart space and your highest good, because in this lifetime, it was coming more of a place from ego. And like I said, this lifetime, you were so caught in the present moment, and not even in the present moment. You missed a lot of opportunities in the present moment, which made you miss a lot of opportunities in the future. So Leo, what is all this saying? This is just saying that, you've done the work. Again, the success, the achievement, it is all about to come together, and you are about to receive beautiful blessings from the universe. People are going to acknowledge all your hard work. Just make sure that when enough is enough. Don't get too overambitious. Don't get caught in that and not learn your lesson from a previous lifetime, where you need to understand when enough is enough. And understand that devotion and commitment, goals and planning are all wonderful, as long as it's coming from your heart space, Leo. As long as it's serving your highest good. All right. So enjoy this beautiful space. I hope that this reading helped you and it was for your highest good. And again, please give a thumbs up if it resonated. Leave a comment or a question. Additionally, if you again would consider subscribing, I would greatly appreciate that. So I hope to see you at one of my weekly readings. Until then, thank you. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste, Leo.